Thomas the Tank Engine and Friend, Take and Play Adventure, Episode 2, Helpful Edward. Edward the Blue Engine is a really useful engine. He helps out a lot. He helps out Birdie. Well, Edward took Birdie's pastures to the station while Birdie break down, and Edward helps Gordon with the pasture to get on the hill. This made Gordon cross. And after done, Edward helped Gordon. Gordon didn't say thanks to Edward. That night, while Edward puffed in the shed, he was happy. But the all engine weren't. Thomas, James, Henry, and Toby, Gordon, except Percy, they were all jealous of Edward. They think Edward is a useful engine. That morning, while Gordon puffed through the turntable, he said to Edward that, "You'll see, little Edward," said Gordon, and blew steam at him. Then James. Then Henry. Then Toby. Then Thomas, finally. Percy didn't leave the timber shed. He felt bad for Edward. Edward was sad. He was alone in the shed. He thinks nobody didn't like him. Then Percy came out on a turntable and turned right to Edward. Percy said, "Are you alright, Edward?" said Percy. "Yes," said Edward. "I'm just hurt right now. All the other engines don't like me," said Edward. "They think I'm not the best," said Edward. "You're the best," said Percy. You proved all the other engine that you're a really useful engine." Then suddenly, Sir Topham Hatt arrived with Winston. Sir Topham Hatt said to Edward that, "Edward, can you go help James with the trucks to take them to the Misty Island?" "Yes, indeed," said Edward. And Percy moved Edward out of the way, and Edward puffed away from the shed. Well, James was at the docks, getting ready to pull a freight car. Then suddenly, Edward puffed right. James was cross. "What do you want now?" said James. "I'm just came here to help you, because Sir Topham Hatt told me that you need help." This made James cross, and he was jealous. Then James coupled up the trucks. So did Edward. Edward said, "Are you ready?" "Are you ready, James?" said Edward. "Yes." "Yes, I'm ready," said James. Let's go." Then they go. James puffed. He huffed. So did Edward. When James and Edward puffed through the station, they puffed through the Duke Industries station, and puffed through the tunnel, and through the field, and then finally they made it to Misty Island. And then they stopped. James stopped. and so did Edward. They were all tired out. Edward puffed away. James said, "Thank you, Edward, for helping me," said James. Then, while Edward was at the docks getting his washing out, then suddenly James puffed a ride. James smiled at Edward. They both smiled. They both worked hard. And Percy arrived. Percy said, "Hello, James and Edward." And then Sir Topham Hatt. Sir Topham Hatt said, "Well done, Edward and James. You both are really useful engine. You both work hard together to pull freight cars at the Misty Island." James admitted that Edward's a really useful engine.